one of the last kind of parts I want to talk about, and then we can get into like strategies and stuff.
Oh mate, I've got fucking loads.
I know. Well, you can shout them out as we're going into it. The chances and risk of cancer I want to talk about, because I didn't know it was this high. I honestly didn't realise it was high.
See, when I messaged you and you says I'll probably drink, I was like, I get
how can you after reading that?
I genuinely, if you listen to that part, right, and you've had anybody who's been affected by cancer at all, then I wouldn't say anything, but when I listened to it, I was like, why would I ever drink again?
Yeah. So the point that was, the research was pretty fucking clear on this, that 4 to 13% increased chance of risk of cancer, particularly breast cancer as well.
Yep.
So, and this is per 8 grams of alcohol. Now, in terms of that converted into the normal alcoholic drink,
it's not a lot.
In the UK, we're 14 grams per shot, right? Which is mad. So it's 98 calories as well. And we'll talk about the caloric side of things in that.
Aye.
So what the fuck? Like 4 to 13% per day per drink, right? So you're consistently sending a signal to. So every one of us ends up with these cancerous cells. And these cancerous cells, our body does.
Every single person. Aye,
our body is such a fucking incredible machine, and we'll process them, clean them out, get them out of our system. This is why fasting, again, we still need to do the fucking fasting thing to see your experience of it. But fasting and cultures and things like that, fantastic thing to do, because it cleans those cells out. And this is why I'm saying, like, there's ways that I know I'll focus on my health and bringing this in. I know the other parts will outbalance this, but consistently drinking on a daily basis or a weekly basis, you're setting yourself
You're
up
increasing your risk of cancer. Quite highly.
And this isn't woo-woo stuff like red meat and stuff like this.
If you have 10 pints at the weekend every single week, you increase your cancer rate by 100%. And that doesn't mean you'll get cancer. It just means whatever rate it's grown, it just doubles it.
So
it doubles it.
And that to me is,
and that's only once a week if you're drinking once a week, 10 pints. Which is a regular amount for
most people,
the average person.
Now, it's like, why and the bit I was like, fuck that's quite worrying. It's like the double effect. So our bodies, as we said, does this fantastic job of down-regulating and cleaning out those cells. So alcohol slows that down, but it also
speeds up so it's
a double whammy.
Growth.
So it slows or stops that process from happening, and then it also feeds the cell and grows the cell.
Yep.
And this is where some studies will point to, like, red meat and protein increasing your risk of cancer because of mTOR, because it grows it grows the cells, but it grows everything else at the same time. Alcohol specifically grows that cancerous cell, that rogue cell that's in your body.
Yeah.
And just mad to think about when you have been affected with people in your family who've had it, and alcohol was a stress relief from them.
For them,
aye. And why is this not talked about more?
There's not many people who basically, and it doesn't mean that to say that I won't get cancer because I'm not drinking now. I can, because it's still there. It's always there. There's always a risk. I just increase it if I drink. Yeah.
Now, where I would say this, because I do get your point when you were texting me about it and saying, like, why would you still choose to drink then if that's the case? Well,
I actually didn't say that to you, because that's that's not a good. That's an unhealthy way to go about it.
I saying, no, I don't do it because of this.
But for me, I look at myself and ask that question to myself.
Yeah. And I think you need to make your own mind up with this. Where I come to the conclusion with this is, as much as I know that can increase the risk, I'm doing a lot of other things in my life. Majority of the time,
there's always things. There's loads of things
with my control, right? So I know for a fact having more muscle mass than the average person is going to increase my chances of survival rate if I touch wood if I get cancer, right?
Yep.
Right. Touch wood. I hope I don't get cancer.
Fuck knows.
So also including fasting, eating whole foods, so many things that's going to increase my chances of a longevity standpoint when it comes to life. So that to me outweighs doesn't excuse it, but allows me to make a decision there in that moment and go, am I going to have a drink this time? Am I going to miss this?
Yeah.
Honestly, this has been, of the year of age 30, this has been the least I've probably drank this year. And I've had there's only 2 occasions where I went all out, and it's been Bongos Bingos and that Prague.
Aye.
And they were the only 2 times, and that was all centred around nights out. So
Yeah.
they're the only 2 times, and that's rare as we're coming up to the end of the year.
Aye.
And when I say the most and least I've ever drank, like if I think about the previous year,
That wasn't
my
that
stag
much.
do, my wedding, I don't even think I had much nights out, in all honesty. We drank on holiday, but I think there was maybe, in fact, I don't think there was a time where I was absolutely legless, because again, it's me and Jillian, that doesn't drive our relationship, if that makes sense. Made a fun when we were in Mexico, so we drank tequila every night and all that sort of stuff. So, but thinking back to that, it's like, what's the point now? It's like, why do like to that extent? But then as well, honeymoon celebrations, and that is tied around that. I almost feel like I contradict myself when I say that, but I don't know how else I would communicate that.